All right, folks, what it do, what it do? All right, welcome to Quest Group News Radio. I'm your host, Mr. D Quest. Now, please, people, as you come in the building, please make sure you hit that like button, share button, subscribe button, which definitely will help us out in the long run. And if you can do that, we definitely appreciate that. Now, y'all know how we do, people. We cover a lot of cases here on the show, right? So today we wanted to just touch up on this case, the Jennifer Irigoyen murder case. Now, as we know, Jennifer Irigoyen was a pregnant real estate agent that was killed in Queens, New York. Now, her boyfriend was arrested in that case. You know how it's always the boyfriend, right? Sometimes it's not, but in this case it was. So I had to just cover this case real quick because it was a pretty sad case, and some people wasn't covering it. So I just wanted to touch up on it real quick because we do a lot of cases. So I'm like, nah, I got to give this case a shout out. You know what I mean? And But yeah, let's just read the basics of the case. Then we're going to just give it a quick discussion, then answer some questions and comments, and then we're going to sign up out of here. All right, here we go. Jennifer Irigoyen, a pregnant real estate agent, was dragged screaming from her Queens apartment and stabbed to death in the vestibule of her building early Sunday as she pleaded for the life of her unborn child. Witnesses and police sources said the killer targeted the 35-year-old woman's stomach, according to the building super, who said she watched surveillance video footage that captured the murder. Okay, now witnesses heard her say, "He's got a knife. He's gonna kill the baby." Okay, now she shouted that out at 1 in the morning as he attacked her from her third floor Ridgewood apartment and dragged her down the stairs to the building's entranceway. Okay, now the mortally wounded woman tried to name her killer but couldn't due to her injuries. Okay, now let's fast forward. Okay, now everybody knew Jennifer was dead, right? Her baby died as well. She was stabbed. There was witnesses of this going on. But let's fast forward real quick, all right? The boyfriend of the pregnant real estate agent has been charged with her murder in New York City. Anthony Hobson, 48, was charged with murder, tampering with physical evidence, abortion, and criminal possession of a weapon in the Sunday slaying of Jennifer Irigoyen, 35, in Queens. Hobson, accompanied by his attorney, surrendered himself at the 104th precinct on Friday morning. The New York Post reported. His arrest concluded a multi-day manhunt after Hobson became the focus of police interest in his girlfriend's brutal slaying over the weekend. Okay, now that's the basic case, for folks. Now, first of all, rest in peace to Jennifer. Okay, now the story went, she was in the crib chilling, right? Jennifer was chilling. She's a real estate agent, plus she's a musician. I think she plays the piano or something. All I know is she's a real estate agent, a musician. She was in a crib in Queens, right? Now, I guess the boyfriend went to the house. Anthony, I guess he went to the house. He wanted to argue, I guess. So she's talking to him in the hallway. Now, I was surprised this didn't happen in the house because I'm like, why didn't you just kill it in the house? Why was they in the hallway? Well, now I guess we know. They was probably in the hallway because things wasn't going good in that relationship. So anyway, they talking in the hallway. All hell breaks loose. He decides, okay, I'm a killer. So anyway, he got a knife from somewhere. I don't know if he ran in the house and got a knife, or if they was in the house at first and then he came out and got a knife, or if he already had a knife. Anyway, he got a knife, start stabbing her, dragging her down the stairs, like trying to drag out the building, I guess. Maybe he wanted to drag her to his car and take her somewhere. I don't know. Now a neighbor seen this, and she had a dog with her. She had a little poodle, so maybe she was walking the dog, okay? Or maybe she thought if she had the dog with her, the dog would bark. It was 1 in the morning, people. So some people walk their dog late at night, so maybe she was going like, all right, let's go for a walk. I'll walk the dog and we could talk, or whatever the situation is. So the neighbor seen him dragging her down the stairs and tried to get help as quick as possible. And she was, screaming, crying. And I mean, wow, sad story, people. Definitely a sad story. So anyway, after that, he did what he did. She was dead, right? And the neighbor tried to get as much info as possible. But due to her injuries, man, she had big injuries to her throat and stuff, so she was coughing up blood, so she couldn't talk. You know what I mean? So, man, much love to that neighbor. First of all, he was with her when she died, man, and that's an important thing. Somebody's there with you that you know when you're passing. That's real. That's a good thing. At least she knew that the last face she seen was her neighbor. And hopefully the neighbor recovers, because that's a scary thing, being with somebody when they going out like that, man. And I never been in that situation where somebody's bloodied up. Y'all can let me know in the comment section if you ever been in that situation. Somebody's going out like that, they bloodied up, whether shot, stabbed. I mean, that's got to be really scary. That's like something that leaves anxiety, leaves an impression on your mind. Things just ain't no longer the same. You can't really have fun without constantly thinking about that. So much love to the neighbor. I hope they get the therapy needed, and same with the landlord that had to look at the surveillance video. Hopefully they all get the therapy needed. Now, Jennifer also had like a 12-year-old son on the side, because she had a ex-husband and a 12-year-old son. So much love to him. Condolences to the ex and the son. I'm sorry that this happened to her. Now, a lot of people was blaming the ex at first. You know how it is. Somebody's murdered, check the husband, the ex-husband. I bet he did it. No, it wasn't him. So make sure you apologize to that man when you see him, or next time you on his Facebook page, say, hey, listen, I was one of the ones thinking it was you at first. I apologize. I'm sorry this happened, because now he has to raise his 12-year-old son without the mother, Jennifer. You know what I mean? Even though they were separated, it's still a unit there. You know what I mean? So now he has to take his son to therapy and stuff like that. So anyway, now that was the basics of the case. Okay. Now it says she was a classically trained pianist who sold luxury homes. So to become a classic pianist, you really about your business. I don't know how she ran in this Anthony dude, man. And I think Anthony has somebody on the side as well. I think he had another wife, so maybe he didn't want to have a baby. That's what's been going on. You get pregnant, they don't want to have a kid. They think you're going to take them for child support. And that's been usually the gist of these pregnant women getting killed lately. Sometimes the boyfriend has a wife or something on the side, don't want them to know that he was cheating. Maybe she was the mistress, so I'm not really understanding, but it's like, it still didn't have to go that far. And I don't know where she met dude. She was a pianist. She sold luxury homes. This lady was doing her thing. She was living in Queens. She was trying to become something. She was trying to be something. She was trying to better herself and make sure she was financially situated enough for her kids. She was being a mother. And this dude just snuffed her out of life, away from everybody that loved her. Now she was what, 35? Okay, so she still had much life, going for her. And he was 48. So he was a little bit older. She 35, still in her 30s. He almost in his 50s. By the time he was in his 50s, she still would have been in her 30s. You know what I mean? Ain't that what you want, you in your 50s? You want somebody in their 30s? Ain't that what you want? So I don't know what dude was thinking. He could have been like, listen, I really don't want the kid, but let's kind of do a united front. And then if things hook back up a little bit later as the kid grow up, all right, we both do our parts. And if we hook back up later, we hook back up later. But I'm tired of these dudes like, well, if I can't have her, nobody can. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's go to some quick questions and comments from Facebook and see what they got to say. We'll answer them real quick, and then we sign off for the day. Okay, hi, Quest. I feel sorry for the people that had to witness this. Yeah, we was just talking about that. I hope they get the therapy they need. And I hope they definitely, be able to at least get over it somewhat, but it's going to take a lot of therapy for that one, I think. But shout out to them for being there, especially that neighbor for being there, being the last person that she seen when she was on her way out to the next life. Okay, next. How Quest were they together for a long time? To tell you the truth, I don't know how long they was together for, to tell you the truth. I don't even know how serious they was. He wasn't living with her, so I don't know how long they was together for. That's a good question. Now, we cover a lot of cases here, people. So sometimes on certain cases, there's sometimes, I could have did my due diligence and really broke down and found out how long. But sometimes I gotta just go with the broad strokes on certain cases. I don't even know if the news reports even released that. Sometimes you gotta go to further local reports to really find out some of the stuff. It takes a lot of investigative work to find out. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, on that note, I really don't know how long they was together for. But if you know, drop it in the comment section before. Okay, next, Hot Quest, did she know he was coming by? To tell you the truth, I don't know if she knew he was coming by, because she met him in the hallway. So I don't know if she walked the dog, came in, or she's about to walk the dog and he came in. But you usually got to ring people up, so unless he had the key to get through to the vestibule entranceway to get in, usually you need a key or you got to ring the bell. So maybe it was supposed to just be a quick conversation that they was gonna have, and things went sideways. Okay, last question. Hot Quest prayers for a 12-year-old son. Yeah, definitely, man. Condolences to him. I hope he gets, I hope he gets the love and affection from his father and her family, that he needs and deserves, man. Because at that age, that's like a detrimental age to lose the love of your life, your mom's, man. A very sad case here, man. Very sad case. And definitely, we'll try to stay up on top of this case. Hopefully, dude gets life in jail like everybody else who murders, and hopefully, everybody else who's in this situation, you're pregnant, you got a boyfriend that's not really feeling it, let them know, listen, I don't want nothing from you. Let them know, I don't want no child support from you. I don't want nothing. I'm having it without you. And if you're pregnant by somebody and they kind of the type to go off the rails like that or kind of possessive, don't even tell them the kid is theirs at first. Just wait and figure your cards out first. Because a lot of people get killed. I'm going to show the baby's father the sonogram pictures and things like that, and they never come back. Endless stories, people. Endless stories about stuff like this. But anyway, folks, that's the show for today. I want y'all to stay safe out there. Now, remember, hit that subscribe button because we got plenty of more shows that's coming up. I mean, on a daily basis, folks, we're going to be rocking and rolling through stories, man, doing the discussions our way, how we discuss cases, And we already got stories uploaded, so I want y'all to stay safe out there. And make sure y'all tune in next time, folks. All right, I'm up out of here. Much love.